Hi, YouTube. I'm glad this week is over. I feel a little more refreshed today. Like anybody, I mean, if you work pretty hard, you get tired, and some days are harder than others. But the way this planet is for me, every day is just the same, you know. Um, oh yeah, 9-inch nails every day is exactly the same, isn't it? Them that does that one. I think it is. It's a pretty good song. I'll have to check into that. But I was thinking, that old saying, if you can't beat 'em, join 'em. Well, this is a Satanist attitude. If you can't beat 'em, eat 'em. That's bad, right? No, because there's some stupid, really sick minds that actually took the essence of Christ and devoured that, and that's why their bloodline is sick. Um, Really not a laughing matter that there are individuals on this planet that think that they can eat of another human being. That is the forbidden fruit. See, um, there's more to that saying than most people are aware of. They literally thought they could have his knowledge by eating that. It's as silly as if you eat an apple, you become an apple. But their reasoning is off because of their practices that they've done. They're not thinking right, of course, obviously. So yeah, I don't know. They're weird, you know. And I don't mean to embarrass anybody or anything, but I really did first come out here looking for somebody to talk to Doug. And when that didn't work and he didn't really give a hoot anyway, I mean, I want to make good friends, so I won't apologize for who I love in this world, because if somebody's righteous of heart and mind and that is obvious to me, that's the only person that I could be a friend with. So, and if I get tricked, I have gotten tricked, but I don't take too kindly to it, but I put it into God's hands. So I do believe that God is leading me to my greatest friends I'll ever have. So, yep. I finally did go and watch that Dork Across the Sea there, that video of, um, yeah, what my ears heard and my excellent peripheral vision sees. It's like, yeah, definitely braggadocious about the gifts God gave me. I'm sure am. you know. And when I work hard, I'm a little braggadocious about that too. So, and I won't ask your pardon for that because I hurt. It freaking hurts. So, what can I tell you? You know, like I say, that's why I'm so strong. Well, hell yeah. If somebody tried to kill you every second of your life, you'd be really tough too. God'd say, well, better run, you know. But anyway, I'm making chicken breasts tonight, and then I'm gonna make them buffalo chicken. So it'll be hot chicken and a salad with blue cheese dressing. I love buffalo chicken wings, but they're messy, and I eat in my room a lot. So, and chicken breasts are better for you anyway. But I never deep fry them buffalo chicken wings. I just bake them, and then I make them like that. Make the sauce and throw it on there. So, yeah, that'll be great. then take leftovers and make sandwiches with it. And so, yeah, my spaghetti turned out really good last night. Doug will probably have that. I'm surprised he didn't have some this morning, but, um, or maybe he won't, but he usually does. If I make it, he'll eat it. you know, I went on a spaghetti strike. I mean, I hated spaghetti all my life until I was about 18 years old. I was working at a hot springs up in the mountains in Montana, Lolo Hot Springs. And Sandy and Cece, my friends, lived in a log cabin and they both were loggers. And she was kind of like me, a little bit tall, on the lanky side, a little bit shorter than me, but tough and could actually swing an axe and run a chainsaw too. And they did what they needed to do to build their house. And it was really cool. Well, they invited me up for supper and they said we were going to have spaghetti. I go, well, don't be insulted if I just like eat the noodles and um, put like butter on them or something like that. And they're like, okay, but Sandy goes, Cece makes the best sauce. His heritage was Sicilian, um, and it's his grandmother's recipe. And you're gonna love it. And I go, I don't know about that. I go, we'll see. So I get up there and I'm eating it, and it was the most spectacular spaghetti sauce I ever had. They had simmered it all day and put Italian sausage links chopped up, took the skin off, and put that in there. And I had never had it like that before. So then I was sort of a spaghetti believer after that. And then they gave me extra too. It's like, and big pieces of meatballs, I chop them up and it's like, and I had never had Italian sausage till then. So, but that made a big, big difference. So, but I took it a little further. I get a can of these Lindsay Golden olives from Walmart or wherever you can find them, and they're in sea salt, and then you just drain them, and then you sort of smush them so they don't roll off your plate. So you got to smush each one and put them in your spaghetti sauce with the Italian sausage. And then I had a little extra garlic and basil and some, I think it's called Fontana cheese. And I grated a little of that in there because it doesn't get stringy. It just turns part of the sauce. But like any kind of cheese, except I wouldn't put American or, well, cheddar would be okay, but the white cheddar. But I would go with like oh, what's that called? Some of your Italian cheeses, not so much the mozzarella because that's stringy, but here I go off on a food lesson. But oh geez, what's that stuff called? Oh, I can't think of it right now. But anyway, it's in Italian blend, even a little bit of that in there, or on top. I just had so little bit; it was about not even 2 ounces of a chunk of it, and so I grated that up in there. So yeah, and it was really good with some salad. So, but yeah. That's another thing Doug used to just have toast with was spaghetti all the time, and it's like you can't have dough on top of dough, you know. Dodo. I couldn't resist. Doug, if you're watching this, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I'm this estranged person in my life literally had a hand in the demise of my family, and my kids saw it before I did. Clearly. but still had love in their hearts anyway. So there's a story. True story, too. So, yeah. Sometimes the Satanists get their way, but I just know there's a day where that's going to end and it's coming up here, and I'm anticipating that. Total change of power within our blood, just like boom, you know? That's what I've been instructed. In that one day. Well, I bet Lionel and Lynn, his wife, are going to have fun. Tomorrow is her birthday, and he's going to be playing at the cutting room in New York, and or New York, or however he says it, a couple different ways. Or maybe, oh no, he was saying about the way they say their airport, York, Newark Airport. But I bet that's going to be fun. They're going to take pictures and stuff. So, yeah. What a way to celebrate your birthday. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So, but he gave me a really good tip for playing my guitar because I'm allergic to the nylon strings and I'm allergic to the steel strings, which I prefer the steel strings. But he said super glue, you know, for so then you can avoid nerve damage. I wonder if that stuff called new skin would work too. That would probably be healthier than the glue. And then I could put some right here too. So yeah, that'd be good. Because I used to try and put tape. Because sometimes you'd play so much, you just literally dig in your fingers, you know, like Dire Straits. Um, uh, oh, let me think. Oh, he goes, maybe get a blister on your little finger, maybe get a blister on, or wait, yeah, a blister on your thumb. um, we got to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. Got to move these refrigerators. Oh, shoot. Now I can't think of the name of the damn thing, but it's Dire Straits anyway. Um, Doggone it. Oh, well. It might come back to me. I was thinking at the same time I was thinking of it, my son called it Luke called it his jet airplane song. I had a Grand Prix with a pretty good stereo Pioneer system in there back in the day when he was little, and he just loved that song. Talk about rock and roll, and he loved Rush, A Farewell to Kings. I've got it down on my playlist. There's a song called Xanadu. Um, that was also a spaceship song for him. Um, anyway, yeah, and I still can't remember the name of that dang thing. Oh well, you know, it might come to me too here. Either way, but yeah, I had somebody write, okay, Tom, I don't look too bad tonight, do I? 'Cause I ate the right things last night. Makes a difference. YouTuber trolls, you don't bother me. I mean, you can cause a little bit of anguish. I brush it off because it's either you or some other person hassling me, but at least once a day in my life, all my life, I've been hassled. So whoever it is, step up. you know, Nothing's going to change me. Like I say, one day will be more tiring than the next, but that goes with anybody that works hard. And yes, I do. Even my injured shoulder and broken arm and stuff, everything's like doing so good. It's like, yeah, bring it on. you know. Mm. Actually does stick out a little bit more. I caught Doug on my shoulder, literally. But that's okay. And the chainsaw, so he wouldn't kill himself. Lucky him. Like I say, I don't let nobody get hurt, so that should give you a little tip about my personality. But I'm not really probably beyond that. If I seen somebody get hurt, I might just jack you up. Or if you're trying to hurt me, for sure. So with your words or however you're trying to cause me anguish, if you're trying to, your day is coming. So enjoy yourself while you can. you know. So I got to tell you. I got on here to find you bad ones and know who you are. Some of you hide so you think I don't know where you live, but my mind sees far. Some of you pretend to live other places you don't live, and I see far. And that's okay too. I don't care. Yeah, I'm not smart. You know why? It's with God. It's not just that I'm braggadocious or conceited or anything like that. It's because God gives me that because I'm listening, you know. And he who listens best, or she. And actually, when I got called a tranny, there's actually not a tranny in the world that I've ever seen that has that bone structure, even if they go and do surgery or whatever you do for yourselves. Just never really without makeup, never seen. Have you ever seen a tranny without makeup? I wonder. Excuse me, it's coming loose a little bit. I poked it. Um, oh yeah, I was over in the next town one time, and Doug was walking out of the store. I was walking in the store, and there was this person that was about 6'4" in a purple dress with a slit up the side, and I was looking at it when it went in, and Doug was looking at it when he was coming out, and I got back out in the car, and he's like, "Did you see that shit?" And I'm like, "It's Mora. We all know they're like freaking weird over there, and they are. They really are. It's not even in my town. Um, I didn't know this when I moved here. Was the first town in my state to have a gay pride parade. So, um, that's sickening, and I want to move. And I will move in about a year and a half. Well, actually, 2 years. 2 years. 2 more years. One way or another. you know, I flip and hate it here. I love all the plants I planted, all the trees that I watched grow, that I put in the ground and took care of, and revitalizing an old barren cornfield. Um, and it is a beautiful area, but there's more people here now, and I just don't want to hear them. Got neighbors letting their dogs out running down the creek, chasing my wildlife down there. It's like I want to go somewhere where I don't have to deal with these people, you know? Seriously. I mean, I don't mind neighbors if it got the right neighbors. I've got a few that are so decent if their dog did get loose, they would feel really bad. That type of people. In fact, I have such nice neighbors just right next door to me that we don't hardly ever, we'll wave or whatever. She brought my horse home once because she ran up there. Um, she found a way out a couple times and the lady brought her home. But they had a new horse up there, and Dusty was hearing this little boy up there crying and crying. So she'd go up there and stand outside his fence there and talk to him. But he sounded just like a baby. And then after she got it through her head that it wasn't a baby, she stopped trying to get up there. But I could, there was times where I could let her on our property where I didn't even have a fence and she wouldn't go anywhere. But then I could say, well, and then they moved in and then they bought a horse. So, but no, it wasn't. Yeah, it was because of that, but I had to secure my area tighter. So, yeah, she literally pushed a fence up. So I had to make it so she couldn't, you know. So she's a beast when I got her, just so freaking big. Even now, standing next to her, she's taller than any man, and that's not even standing up. That or rearing up. That's monstrous. But taller than me. When we're walking, she's like that much taller than me. So if you ever see like these race horses, well, she's saddlebred. She's thoroughbred quarter horse, which is part race horse and part wild Mustang, which is the quarter horse breeding. And she's got the bigness and the power muscles of the Mustang and the tallness of the thoroughbred. So she's like when she ran in the summer, when she runs across the grass, you can just hear and it's like water and clay. A lot of our land has like a lot of water close to the surface, and artesian wells really deep and lots and lots of water. Lake right across the street. Literally, you can get into the lake by a little river that just keeps getting bigger. Well, anyway, so you when she would run across the ground, it just moves. Literally. She pounds it. You can hear it. I mean, it's um more radical than normal. you know. Yeah, she's radical. So yeah, she's something. But I can call her right over to the fence with nothing on her, no ropes, no nothing, and she'll let me get on her back. She's so sweet. And she bows for me, and she's really something else. A gift. A gift from God. She saved my life when I was so sick. I got her when I was sick. I had to get out there every day and take care of her. That was my mission. If my indoor animals weren't cutting it because I could do that inside, I had to make myself get out and live. So I did. And it was hard, really hard, but it worked. Kept me strong. So I saved her life. I saved her from literally going to the slaughterhouse because she had been used for rodeo and for having babies, and they were done with her. So she was hurt feelings, and she started out as a little girl's pony and got too big and then went into hell. So her and I had something in common big time, and we saved each other's lives. And they had already named her Dusty before I got her, but I told her I would have called her Precious or something, you know. something that suits her more. All horses can be dusty. I mean, that's a given, you know. But you know, my first horse was black with a white dot shaped like a spade, so my cousin Donna named her Spade, and then I got her from Donna. So because they were tearing down the farm where they lived to make a highway that was just kind of, oh, let's see, kind of northeast of Minneapolis. Um, her cousin on the other side had a farm, and her aunt and uncle, and she kept her horse and a pony there. And so when they went to tear down the place, and I was moving out into the country, I got the horse. So, God, she was quick too for a smaller animal. She was Welsh and quarter horse, really strong and just sleek with really long, just like Dusty, really long mane, really long tail. And I used to braid it on Spade and make it look all pretty and everything. And, oh, she loved to run, 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 run. That was her favorite thing to do. She could never be behind another animal. When I was riding with other people, she always had to be in the front. She just couldn't deal with it any other way. You know, she set the pace. So I didn't always let her run though because she would get all crazy. So anyway, but I rode a lot of crazy horses. Once in a rodeo, well, bareback and a saddle bronc and bulldogging, team roping, and got first place in the team roping because we were so quick and I was the roper. I loved that. Loved it, loved it. Because I had to learn how to, when I was working on ranches, how to rope and tie a calf um, for emergency's sake or for branding. You don't have to rope them when you're branding them necessarily. You corral them and then work with them like that. But then I worked for some other ones and we'd ear tag them. I kind of like that a bit better, you know. But vaccines still, run them into the chutes and give them vaccines. And I worked with sheep and all kinds of animals in my life. Pigs. One guy had like 600 pigs that was really cool in Forsyth, Montana, by Colstrip. Two things cool about that. I could watch the great big coal moving machines when I was bored. And after I had all the animals fed and every stuff in between morning and night, and I had milk cow and chickens and horses and stuff around. And um, well, let's see, I was talking about the calves and then watching that. Oh, I lost my train of thought for a minute. I'll be back. um, hmm. Oh, maybe I won't remember it, but it doesn't matter. I guess it's okay. Um, but yeah, it was fun working. Oh, anyway, learning how to deal with the cattle and the different animals, you know, um, in case you had to rope one. But usually, if you were doing like driving cattle, we would like if one ran off and went to go get crazy and you had to keep them in the herd, and then you'd ride a cutting horse which would get up there and cut them back into the herd, and they are really quick and really big so they could intimidate the cattle. They didn't hurt them, they just, it's you know, get along little doggies. And I always tell people, they aren't cowboys. I wasn't a cow girl. They're ranch hands, you know. I'd wear different bandanas. See, because a horse is intimidated by a cowboy hat. That's the reason for the taller hats. Um, if I was breaking a horse, I'd freak him out with a red bandana. And the Native Americans used a lot of stuff like that. Then when they behaved, I put my blue one on. You know, so I even took one off in midstream one time with this one wild buckskin. It's like he was getting kind of crazy. Go, look, I'm talking to you now. You just calm down and listen to me. And I whipped my bandana off and stuck it in my pocket. I go, let's talk here. And he looked at me and I'm like, you want me to pull it back out? And he's like, no. And I go, let's talk here, So I kind of feel the same way about the Satanists. I'd like to rope you and throw you and brand you. But right now I kind of got my blue one on. Just for a while though. Honestly. I'm being very straightforward here. I got accused of being a demon, but I'm going to tell you what. The strength that God gives his people and the love in our hearts makes us way stronger than any demon. Way, way, way stronger. So that's all I can say is being straight up. That's why I see so clearly. Well, let's see. I wonder if I remember what I was saying about Forsyth and Colstrip. God, that was a cool place to live. Um, Not as cool as Lolo Hot Springs, though. That was such a radically fun time in my life. We would play. My friend Sandy had a harmonica. I had two friends Sandys up there, um, and the cook Buffalo Bob. He gave me a guitar, his spare one, and we'd all sit like everybody that worked there. We'd sit by the river and just jam, have a jam session singing, and guys would be keeping their beers cold. The creek was so freaking cold. They just take a stick shaped like a Y and hook their six pack on there, take one out, stick it in the mud or in the bank, and keep them cold like that. And God, that was so fun. And there was um, well, in the bar there was a dance hall and a diner and or a restaurant and a hotel and a campground, and I lived in a log cabin on the side of the mountain. And there was a swimming pool with the hot springs outside. On the hot spring was on one end; it was shaped like an L, and then in the hotel there was the hot spring pool, because the hotel was built right on top of it. And let's see. So, yeah, you ever want to see something so incredible? You're really close to Canada. You're almost in Idaho. You're just above Missoula, Montana. Is a place called Lolo Hot Springs on Lolo Pass. Is on the top of the Continental Divide. And so then it brings Bob Seger's song to mind. I was standing up there and I could go west or I could go east and I could go west, and it was finally up to me to decide. And I was standing up there thinking, yep, that's a fact. I can go anywhere in this world, and it was so big. The mountains I saw into Canada and everything, and all the way around me, it was just crazy, crazy high up in the sky. So beautiful and amazing. Um, Incredible, incredible. I mean, Glacier Park and Road to the Sun is beautiful, but Lolo Hot Springs is still sort of kind of my home in my heart. I might just move to Missoula. No, I don't know. I do love it. If it wasn't that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, you ever want to go to a cool place, pop into Lolo Hot Springs, Montana. Oh my God. The beauty of the place is um, I've been all over the United States and Mexico and Canada, and I've never seen anything prettier. Eh, but then you got Lake Superior too, and that always, I gotta move up there. So I just wish, and that's mountainous too when you get there, but um, on the North Shore. But I wish Lolo Hot Springs and Lake Superior were just like the lake was right below Lola Hot Springs would be so amazing. That would be like living in like I think it's Greenland where you can go from uh, well that's the ocean and that saltwater. Thing is that Lake Superior, that inland ocean, is all fresh water. That's what Minnesota's all about is um, cool clear water. There's an old country song that says cool clear water, water. I don't really remember all of it, but that's part of it. So, and a little bit of my adventures in my life. Some of you have heard some of them before, but yeah, the ones that have been here for as long as I have. Well, maybe not as long as me, or some of you longer. I feel so sorry for you. I don't want to do any more time on this rocket junk. No offense, God. You know, seriously, not the way it is. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna let you go. I might be back. I'm not sure. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Doug's giving me shit last night because he gets awful jealous, and he's like, "Too bad, whatever." Because I never do nothing wrong like that. So he does. It's his issues when he comes back from town and he feels small for his issues. People do that. But anyway, not my problem. So he's, "Are you recording?" And I'm like, because I said something snotty back to him, and I go, "No, I'm not recording." I go, "But I could." I was thinking about just going live some night and just have him come in drinking his beer like he'll sit down and just be a total piece of toilet paper, whatever. And um, just talk and let him be who he is. And then you would see so clear. But some of you already know. So that's okay. If you want to be friendly, that's all right too, because I don't have any tender attachments and haven't for a very long time. So I'm on a mission, whatever. That's his problem. He started this war. That's a true story. So, okay, everybody, I love you very much. And I really do. And for that guy again that thought that YouTube's been hard on me and a friend of mine, um, not as hard as it's gonna be on you, buddy. Oh, yeah, my buddy follows me everywhere I go or something like that. Luke had a little my buddy called Dapper Dan, and he had a vest you could button up and zip and shoes that tight and stuff to teach him how to do all them things. Cool little puppet like thing about yay big, Dapper Dan. And then I find out my let's see, great grandfather was Daniel. So that's pretty cool. I bet he was dapper. Okay, everybody. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. Have a good day or night wherever you're at.